do some against you. Where does this one stand tonight?
Yeah, it was huge. I mean, we got into a bit of a rhythm where he found himself on the bench a little more than probably I'd like to have had him out there. But in joking aside, I was just resting you up because I know you're clutch. So, yeah, it was good. I've seen him do it at the Holinka. I've seen him do it against us. So he's a player when the game's on the line. He's not afraid to put it in.
What did you like about the Noyes game tonight? He seemed to be involved in every aspect of it.
He's a man. You know, Desi plays a big man's game. He's heavy on draws, hard on forecheck, and then you can add some skill into that. He obviously sets up a real nice goal for us. Was around it in the dot, and he just is a huge competitor. Love his compete all the time, and you know, to be rewarded that way, he's trusted.
A little bit of a different effort from Martone tonight, maybe a little more representative of his game. He gets the goal early. It looked like maybe he's moving his feet a little bit more than he did last night.
Yeah, I think, and then I think fatigue set in. Like I really do. I thought that, you know, it's tough for these guys. You figure some of them have played 5 games in the last week, essentially, with their club teams. But yeah, he can control play. Obviously, that first goal or shot on net that we had was indicative, and I thought down low he was making those little area plays, which was nice. So puck was on a string for him. You know, probably could have a few more.
That line, those 3 guys, you've got 3 potential top 10, top 12 picks in the draft. All 3 guys are used to being the big scorers on their line. How did you see them kind of build chemistry over the couple of days you were together?
Well, good players find a way, right? And you know, they played together at Desi and Marty did in the World Championships. So there is familiarity, and then you just throw Misa in, who is a special player as well. So it's not hard. They get excited when they see themselves in that opportunity that they get. So they want to be those guys, and they want that puck. They want those minutes, and I thought they, like I said, they played a big man's game.
Very chippy affair. Was that expected based on what happened last night in terms of the lopsided score in London?
We anticipated it for sure. You know, it's tough to, it's tough to control at times. There are 2 teams that are competing for sure. You know, you'd rather just be between the whistles. You know, the after the whistle stuff, like what are you really going to, accomplish at that point, especially with one player that wearing a cage, his speed. I mean, if he gets a step on you, he's got an opportunity. His release is quick. I see it all the time in Vancouver. You know, obviously leading our league in scoring. Doesn't take much for him to find an opening. I thought, he had some real good looks, a little frustrated for sure. But, you know, you take that many shots, you don't score 25 goals in the Western League for nothing. So he knows what he's capable of, but the speed is what separates him for sure.
Obviously, it's going to take a few days to decompress from all this, but what's your feeling just on the overall event itself? The 2 days, having all these guys here, the best from the U.S., the best from Canada.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I mean, to see these guys, I had 14 of them at the Holinka. So to be reunited with them, I'd love for it to be a five-game series, to be honest. Something early and then maybe something later on in the season, kind of like a rivalry series. It would be fun, CHL. So, no, I think it was just, it was a lot of fun to have these guys. I met some new players. Some players met some new players, and I thought that they gelled really well. They really got along, had a lot of fun while doing it, and ultimately we succeeded with the goal that we set.
When you zoom out, how do you look at the potential NHL draft class of 2025 coming out of the CHL now?
Well, I mean, each and every year I'm pretty fortunate having worked the last few Holinkas to have, arguably, the top 15 picks in the CHL, and it's no different this year. There's a lot of players that are going to see their names called early. So it seems year by year they just get better and better. There's more skill, there's more speed. Obviously, if you could add some toughness in there, that would probably make the NHL really happy. But these guys are ultra elite skilled players.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you.